Time now for Coming In Hot with Brent Wallace and former Ottawa Senator Jason York.
Good Monday morning, everybody. Brent Wallace alongside Jason York. Welcome to Coming In Hot, brought to you by 365 Yorkie. Nice to see you. Happy Monday. Fabian Zetterlund, Sens debut day.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. The Rise of the Machines Monday morning on Coming In Hot. Man, somebody, I tweeted a picture of Zetterlund on the weekend. This guy, first thing that came to my mind, that's like mini Ivan Drago there. Like he's on the beach. Like this guy. Wally, here's the thing. I know you're sad about Norris. He's a handsome guy. You had a little bit of a man crush on him. Sens might have upgraded here. As handsome as Josh is, like Zetterlund's like a man rocket. This is so you're okay, Wally. You'll be fine. You can start a new relationship up.
I'll look to speak to him today as the Sens have a 10:30 morning skate as they get set to face the Detroit Red Wings tonight. I don't know what to tell you, but we do, speaking of the machine, we do have Magnus Arvedson standing by. He is from the same hometown, as you pointed out. Same hometown. He's wearing number 20, plays the same kind of style. This is the machine 2.0.
Well, Arv, we got Arv right back. He's calibrating back in the back room. They're oiling him up. He's nervous because Arv does not speak any English at home. He only speaks Swedish, so he's terrified. He does not have a mastery of the English language quite yet. He didn't when he played with. He didn't play with Ottawa either. Arv has his own language,
but that makes it much more entertaining.
It's the best. Arv's the best. He's the best, and he doesn't give himself enough respect. He doesn't understand the impact he had and what a great player he was. Arv was.
Oh my God.
Arv had a 2-year span, and everybody knows about that really bad injury he got when he punctured his bowel. He could have died, but he was arguably one of the best two-way players in the NHL at that time. Well,
he was a Selke. He was considered for the Selke. I want to double check was he not a finalist? I got to double check.
We'll ask him. We'll ask. He'll remember. Arv's got a great.
Players
memory.
don't like to talk about themselves that way, though. They would be like,
But anyway, Arv will tell you, and when we get him on, we'll ask him that he thinks Zetterlund he's like the 2025 version of the machine. It's a little more compact, comes in a shorter version, a little thicker, and has the shooting option on this machine. And Zetterlund's got an unbelievable shot. Did you watch somebody tweeted, I think it was Graham Creech, sent out a highlight pack of all of Zetterlund's goals.
Yeah.
His wrist shot, and we'll ask Arv about this as well, is off the charts. Tremendous release. Like I couldn't believe how this guy shoots the puck. It's something else.
Selke finalist and runner-up in 1998-99, Magnus Arvedson.
There we go. Let's bring him on. I'm dying to talk to him.
Hang on one sec before we do that. Don't get ahead. Listen, Yorkie, I run the ship here. Even when you're gone, I'm gone. You don't even run the ship, as I found out.
Listen.
Yeah. Go. Listen. I'm gonna do charm. You're gonna do BEI, and then we're gonna move on with Arvie. All right.
All right. Let's get the machine.
This show proudly brought to you by Charm Diamond Centers. More than 85 locations across the country through Charm and their sister brands. Proudly Canadian owned and operated since 1972. Get custom ring building delivered in less than 4 weeks with the Charm Masterpiece Program, an unbeatable pricing policy. Check out a large selection of Canadian lab-grown diamonds and mine diamonds, and don't pay until 2026. Apply for the Charm Diamond Flex D card today. For more information, go to charmdiamondcenters.com. Chosen forever, Charm Diamond Centers.
Oh, wow, that's just beautiful. That's good stuff. Arvie, this is how we pay the bills. BEI, and spring is just around the corner. And that me, well, Arv asked, "Do you guys make money doing this?" This is how we do it. We've got great sponsors like BEI, and spring is right around the corner. So if you need some landscape stones, some aggregate, maybe thinking of redoing your driveway, Bonisher Excavating is there to help you with competitive pricing on all your landscape needs. Give them a call at 613-432-1120 or go to bonisherexcavating.com. BEI is helping to shape the Ottawa Valley.
All right, without further ado, time now to get the lowdown on Fabian Zetterlund and check in with one of the all-time favorites, Magnus Arvedson, live from Sweden.
Thank you. Hi,
Arvie,
guys.
There he is, the machine, Arv, the machine. People, people are jacked up to see you this morning. We've got about 5,000 people watching right now, Arv. So don't be nervous.
Not be nervous. No.
How you doing, buddy?
Good, thank you. You look good too, both of you.
We're all wearing glasses now. That's what's happened to us.
Are you still a machine? Like, you look great. Are you still working out?
I work out. I rehab lots for my old back and neck, but more rehab than I want to do workout. That's. I would love to play paddle and like you play pickleball or what is you playing over there? Yeah, but
pickleball. Pickleball.
Yeah, I pay the price. You pay the price.
Is what's bigger in Sweden, pickleball or padel? What's bigger sport?
Paddle for sure, much bigger.
That's what I heard. I played it a couple of months ago with a friend, and Alfie's opening up a padel center in Ottawa. He's going to do 4 courts, but he says, I think he's like, I love pickleball, but padel, like, you think it'll catch on in Canada? You think people will like it?
I think so. It's fun, and you have to use your brain and like pickleball, but they tried in our town to do pickleball, but no one played, so they shut it down. Really? And you know that all the soccer stars in Europe starting building like Arvie do around the Europe here, and Zlatan and all these guys. So that's much bigger here. Okay, that's on TV. That's professional leagues and all that stuff.
So Wally's gonna have a million questions for you, but
the
one thing before we get going, he's got lots for you, Arv. What is going on in Karlstad? Karlstad is a tiny town in Sweden, but why does Karlstad continue to develop machines of hockey? You were the original, and now we've got Fabian Zetterlund coming in. Like, look at this. What's the population of Karlstad, Arv?
It's like 90,000, I think.
Okay.
Here, and I think it goes in waves. Like before, it was Modo and Arvie, where Sedins and Näslund and these guys came from, and now, like, we have tons of players here, and playing in Europe, and of course playing in the hometown here, one of the best in Europe. They lost the final in Europe League here.
Okay.
And Färjestad, and also lots of NHL players. We have 3 in Minnesota. In Joel Eriksson Ek, Marcus Johansson, Brodin. One of my son's best friend is Leo Carlson in Anaheim. Yep. And you're going to play against Albert Johansson, one of my other son's friend from here in Detroit tonight. So Fabian Zetterlund there, and lots of guys.
You said your hometown's like Bridalwood in Canada. Everybody knows everybody.
That's true. Everybody knows, and of course they know about these hockey players. That's the guys who run the city, kind of thing here. That's the hockey team. They run the city, and these guys are the stars of the town.
Gotcha.
But I meant like Fab and Albert Johansson, they're going to play tonight. Yeah. They grew up in the same kind of area in the town, like Brotherwood, like we live in here. I live here. I went to same school as these 2 guys when I was young. My kids went to the same school as Fab and Albert tonight.
Doesn't Zetterlund live near your sister or something?
Yeah, he got an apartment now, and he lives under my sister now. Okay. Yeah, so it's a small town. Everybody knows about everybody.
According to Wikipedia, it is the 20th largest city in Sweden. It is a population in the city itself around 67,000, and it's about 3.5 hours from Stockholm ish.
Yeah, it's between Oslo, Gothenburg, and Stockholm, right between all of them.
All right. How do you feel about Fabian Zetterlund wearing the coveted number 20 jersey of the Ottawa Senators?
Is that for you, Arv? Is he doing that for you?
Probably. No,
yes,
probably doesn't even know that I played in Ottawa. But
Arv, he trains with your kid. Of course, he knows who you are. Like, you were in the gym with him. He knows you're the machine.
Yeah, but I don't know if he knows where I played, though. But he knows about me, and he always, when he take a little bit too much beer, and I meet him. He just wanted to muscle up and show me, his muscles and all that stuff. He's pretty big and he's pretty strong, and like I worked with his strength and conditioning coach. I worked with him in Färjestad. He was he had the seniors and I had the juniors. So
okay,
yeah.
We have the picture of him, Jake. That picture I showed you. I tweeted. So I first saw him because, like, first of all, you said he's the opposite of you because you're like the original version. You're like the long version of the machine. This guy, he apparently deadlifts 600 pounds.
Yeah, that's
Look
true.
At this guy.
Yeah,
like that's
you like that
already...
picture, huh?
I know Wally loves it. Wally loves it.
Are you sitting on the computer and searching for guys? Or
no, somebody tweeted it. I'm like, that's not normally what hockey players look like. This is this is from working in your gym, Arv.
He's more of a Alfie in the or a Dax, like more exactly. Like square, like R2D2 kind of thing.
We do have a side-by-side comparison of the two of you.
Yeah.
There's the machine original.
The skinny one there. Yeah.
Still built strong.
The original machine is built for endurance and to last. Like the there, that picture, that's a legendary picture there, Arv, because you broke the record for best VO2. You remember that? We were over 70, which anybody knows anything about VO2s, it's ridiculous. It's like a marathon runner VO2. We thought you were on the Russian gas.
No, but there's a big difference. Like Fabian Zetterlund, he's like Ben Johnson, like this small, explosive guy, and I was more lean and fragile and more conditioning stuff. That's
not true. I was always told you had the highest pain tolerance of any player to play at the Ottawa Senators.
That's not true. I'll disagree on that one.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. But that's how it is. And Faber there is like if I was on the left side of the spectrum of how I was playing, he is on the other side. He's like a shooter, finish off, and I'm more defensive, thinking defense.
All right. So what do you know about Fabian Zetterlund, the person, and then we'll get into his game. So personal wise, all Swedes are great. We haven't, as Yorkie likes to say, we've never met a bad Swede. What's he like?
No, but I just meet him out sometimes when taking some beers on the street and stuff like that, and he seems like a fun guy. He likes to have fun, but he's also really, really serious about the hockey. He's been since he was like small. He always worked out hard.
Oh, what'd you press, Arv? You muted yourself.
Oh, Arv, you're muted.
Press the button.
At the very bottom, there's probably a mute button.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Arv. You muted your phone. Well,
we'll sort it.
He was just getting into the good stuff too.
Well,
producer Jake will get him going.
We'll sort him out.
Arv did not have a hard pain tolerance. I'll tell you that.
He did. Yorkie, he lost his bowel.
Yeah, okay, that's a crazy story, and we got to.
I was told like he always played a very hard game and took a lot of. I'm shocked that you say that because I was always told that by trainers.
I like to give it to him. Yes, this is a true story. A couple people asked me on X last night that did he lose his spleen? What happened was, and this was in Philadelphia.
Jake, if you get Arvie back, just bring him on.
He'll tell the story.
But I just if he gets
anyway, he punctured his bowel, Wally, in Philadelphia. Basically, the door. So when players changed, the door was open. He got kind of rid into the door, and then the pointiness of the door went right into his stomach and punctured his bowel. Like he seriously could have died. Like he,
my back.
Your back, Arv. Your back.
Phone ring.
Arv,
Yeah.
I was just telling Wally the story, and a lot of people know the story, but for those that don't, you seriously in Philadelphia that night, you could have died that night because that was a pretty serious injury, right? When you punctured your bowel, like it was crazy. Like if that wasn't treated right away, technically, like that could have been really bad.
Yeah, that was a close one. It was a small intestine, and there was a hole in that, and we didn't know. So the nice Brad stayed with me at the hotel there when the rest of the team went home after like a 10-day road trip. So and my stomach just swallowed up, and there was some bad stuff happening there at the hotel, and I finally the ambulance came and got me, and I was in the hospital for one night maybe, and then they found out what the problem was.
Wait a second. You didn't go right to the hospital? You went to the hotel after?
Yeah, me and Brad went there, and because I couldn't get with the team. I don't know why we went to the hotel. We couldn't, but I was there for one night, and in the morning I remember the ambulance was coming to get me, and we went to the hospital, and I was in the hospital for one night, and then they found out what was wrong. So, operation after 30 minutes. Small intestine.
Yeah, but that was like an emergency operation because they had to get to it right away. Because if
like when they found out, there was like 30 minutes. I went to the So bleeding inside is not good.
Yeah. No, and that just happened the other day in a game. It wasn't serious, obviously, but yeah, there was one game. I can't remember where it was, but it did just recently happen. Obviously not as serious. Okay, back to Fabian Zetterlund. As you were talking about him off the ice.
He seems like a popular guy. We have always lots of friends around him, and I think he like to have fun. Like he had a laugh when he goes to the rink, and hockey is fun. When he's playing, hockey is fun, and like I said before, when I meet him, it's always good smiles, and he try to show me how much muscle he has, and how much stronger he gets every summer. And like he is far away from the other guys when you talked about deadlift and stuff like that.
Irv.
But he had that kind of body too. Like compact, all muscles.
You told me, you sent me a text because I told you about the trade, and you're like, "Oh, they should put him in the one-timer spot." How good is his shot?
We heard about his shots, and he was like 10 years old. Like he has always practiced that shot, and he always used that shot. And that year when he is 99 and around there, this area always been good, and he has been the star all the time, and they always talked about him. So he was early, and he was big, strong early, and he always had a great shot. He's a finisher. He's like he wants to shoot. He should play with somebody like Bäckström, like to set him up, and it should be fine. It's going to be great.
Wow.
Drake
well, they've got.
Yeah, he's an Arvie. It's like an Ovechkin.
Okay,
that kind of player.
He's the Swedish Arvie. Swedish Arvie.
Yeah.
Does he play a heavy game?
Actually, I'll be honest to you. I haven't seen him play lately. But I just know about the style he had before, and if he is. But the style he had before, he was just the offensive guy with a good shot. I can't say so much more about his game if it hits much, or I'm pretty sure it's not that Bäckström type of guy who set up the other guy. He want to finish by himself, and
Well, that's a good thing, Irv, because people here in Ottawa want more goals. They want more goals, so it's a good thing to hear.
Then you done a good trade. Just to put him in the right line. It's going to be good.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
perfect.
You talked. He's got a lot of friends in Sweden. Does that just put him as and another part we like to have with players, good in the locker room? he fun to be around with the group of guys? Like, is he the life of the party?
I think like how much I know about him, that's the right description for him. Like you said, well, that's what I try to say. That I always see him with the friends and have a laugh and stuff like that.
Do you? I know that the Scandinavian countries like their saunas. Yesterday, he found out he was traded when he was in the red light sauna. Have you ever been in a red light sauna?
I've been in saunas, but I don't know what red light sauna is. Is that something special? Or?
There is red light therapy now that you can do.
Yes.
So I wasn't aware of there was a sauna.
Arv, if we had a red light sauna back in the room in Ottawa, you'd be in there every day. It's the newest thing. It's supposed to heal you. It's got these magical powers. It's there's something about the red light. I personally am more of a traditional sauna because I find the red light doesn't get as hot as you get the coals and you put the water out of the bucket. You're more old, like you're the original machine. I don't think you're a red light sauna guy. You're original sauna.
I'm old fashioned. All about it. Yeah. Not so much videos. Just go.
Just go.
No, podcast is not my thing.
Ours either.
Like, I could see you on a podcast, you and Dax and Andreas Johansson.
Yeah, I know that AJ tried to have a podcast. I don't know what happened with that one, but he had it for a while. Yeah.
He's an agent now. He's an agent with Dax.
Yeah,
and Dax
Super 10. Super 10.
Super 10 agency. That's right.
Yeah.
Do you know any of their guys? Who do they have?
You know what? When Fabian Zetterlund's junior team didn't go so good, they fired a coach and they put in AJ in that age group like Fabian.
So he coached Zetterlund.
I don't know. I don't think Fabian was there because he took the next step to go to the seniors. But AJ, if I talk about AJ, he came here and did the wonder for a half season. He did good, and there was the guys I had the strange conditioning with.
AJ's got the best story about the Russian gas when he went to play in St. Petersburg.
Yeah.
He said all the guys retired, and the Russian doctors, come on over here, guys, get over here. I'm gonna give you this. What are we taking here? Don't worry, it's just Russian gas.
Next time AJ are in your podcast, you have to ask him about when he forgot his skates.
What?
Have you told you about
Tell the story. Tell the story, Arv.
That's the most fun story I ever had. He was over there in Canada or whatever, USA, and they had this practice rink, and he forgot his skates. But the coach forced him to go out on the ice with no skates, so they do like 3 against 2, and he was running like that on the ice. That was so fun.
What team was this?
I don't know, but when he talked about that story, the coach tell him to go on the ice with his shoes on and skate, and the other guys have skates, and they do 3 against 2 and stuff like that, and back check for a shake.
He's back checking in the boots,
and then running his shoes. That's so funny. Wow, that's the fun story.
We got to do. We had him on, but we had so much. We're gonna have to do a part 2. Maybe we'll get you guys on at the same time.
Another story talked about, but I don't know if that's not so funny. But I think he get beat up by a coach on the bench. Have we talked about that?
No.
There
you told me you didn't have any good stories. Now you're bringing out the A material. Come on.
But that's about AJ, not about Fabian Zetterlund.
So Andreas Johansson fought his Swedish coach?
No, I think it was over there too. I think it was like
was it Michelle Therrien?
It was like St. Louis Blues
farm team.
Yeah, he always had like this old hat on. I think if you. I think so. Yeah.
I think it might have been. It might have been when he was in Tampa for a short part. Or the coach there, I think, wanted to fight him. I think that's the story.
Everything happens.
Does that say Rick Patterson?
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
I think it was Ludzik. Was it Ludzik that wanted to beat him up?
No.
He didn't. Oh, maybe.
I don't know. We had a GM there too that was up in the stands fighting.
Rick
Dudley. Yeah, I think
Okay.
I have some stories about him too, because he had him in Ireland or something.
Wow, got a whole show of AJ to come. All right.
Yeah.
Arv, what did you think? Like when you came over originally to the NHL, because when you came into the league, it wasn't like it is now. Like we had like all kinds of goons and tough guys, and it was rough and hooking and dirty. Like, what were you thinking in your first year? Like when you saw how the NHL hockey was being played?
I had a big time for myself to adjust to the small rink. That took me a while. That took me almost to the Christmas break to just get used to that. It's more I was a puck carrier over here. I took the puck down at the goal and carry through the ice, but that was a big difference for me. And even I played world champion before I came over to you, and it was tough for me anyway to adjust. So that's something to keep in mind too when the European players come over. That's a big difference, with the small ice.
Yeah.
And I actually was sitting there when years later, I thought about it. I think NHL should do a little bit bigger ice, like half.
You think so?
To get the stars even more room, to get nicer place, like more passing and
more
they're really, really skilled. They are really skilled, but I think they should be better hockey, to have not European size, but between.
Like a hybrid ice, a little bit between both.
They won't do that because you got to take seats out that cost a lot of money, right? It's all about the money.
Yeah.
They won't move those seats. Anyway.
And like I went to see the juniors now in USA. The rinks are even smaller there, and they are not that skilled. So there's no place. There's no passing. There's
fired up the boards, D fired up to the red line, forward chips it in, chase, you hit, you back check, you go, boop, boop. It's just back and forth. Yeah.
Hitting, shoot the puck in the boards, And also, if we talk about juniors, these rock hard boards they have there, they shouldn't be allowed. They should be illegal, for the concussion and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's you should do something about that, Yorkie.
Well, listen, our kids, Wally has a son. I used to go into the rinks around Ottawa area, and I would always, because I coached, I would feel the boards. I'm like, there is no give. I'm like, this is like hitting a cement wall. It's like everybody talks about safety and hockey and all this, but one of the most safest things is the construction of the arenas. Like they're not good.
Yeah, like they have the boards like that, and they have the stands against it. Like there's no give at all.
No give.
Dangerous. Oh, wow. Sorry, I'm out of track.
Wow. Well, you fit right in with Jason York.
But it's hockey. Yeah.
That's all good, Arv. It's all good.
Yeah.
Nothing ever goes where it's supposed to in the show. Just quickly, I want to go back to number 20. We got sidetracked. I'm just curious what you think of him wearing your 20 since you know him. It's kind of neat.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. I don't know what to say, but I can say this, that the time I had in Canada was the best time of my life. And I'm proud of playing in Ottawa, and number 20 there, if he can, have that, it's fine with me. That but we're completely different players. I was, what I was, and he's more like Ovechkin, like a shooter, and hopefully they use him like that, so they don't change him. They change his style of game. They should use that. They use the shot. Have some place set him up so you can use it.
Are there any goals left in the 20 jersey though?
You got him, Wally. You got him all nervous. He blacked out on us again. I think he hit his phone there. Arv does not like to talk about himself, as you can tell.
I know.
He's very shy, very humble. But I'll tell you, his English is way better than last time we had him on the pod.
Am I gone now? Or?
You're back, Arv. You're back.
I'm back. Oh, great. Yeah, but they're calling me, and I forgot. I don't know. I'm not that good at this stuff, you know.
You're great.
Yeah. How about Yorkie? Can I ask you something? No.
Sure. Ask away.
The Senators, the team.
Yes.
When I see a good team, like, but maybe I'm like old now, but don't they need to have more defensive defensemen? Like Shara, Matot, Phillips, Volchenko, Phaneuf, like these guys.
Yeah.
Isn't that usually how they win? You know what I mean?
Yeah, goaltending and defense. You build from the back out.
Yeah, maybe one playing defenseman, maybe two, but then this solid defenseman that you need to have, isn't that? Do you think so? Do you agree?
Especially at today's game, Arv, there's a phrase they use now in North America. They want big, long defensemen. They want long guys with reach and just play defense. Great example, a guy named Brandon Carlo. The Leafs just picked him up. 6'4", right shot D. Ottawa's got one coming up that they're playing right now in Tyler Clevin. Defensive defenseman, has a chance to potentially be one of those guys. Nick Jensen, right shot defenseman. He's a really good two-way. So they have improved their blue line, but you're bang on. Historically in the playoffs, you need to be able to defend. Absolutely.
Yeah, but the problem is that all the kids see these guys, they get credit because they do lots of points. They do lots of points, and after the points, they get paid. You know.
Yes.
But if you look at what they do in the defensive zone with the plus minus and all that stuff, you know, you don't. That's all about. They get credit to all the guys who do points. He have a great season. He did 50 points, but it was minus 25 or something you know, like. They only see the points. They don't see the teamwork.
I would say if you're watching what they're doing now in the league, every team now is putting 4 forwards on their power play. So usually now they want 1 or 2 offensive guys, and the good teams, the rest of your defense are guys that can defend and move the puck. But hey, maybe you're onto something. Back in Carlsbad, we could get together and start a defensive defenseman factory, because you're getting players there. Let's turn them into defensemen that can defend.
Yeah, but they don't want that because they see Erik Karlsson and he makes $11 million and he has to score goals, and that's the guy they interview on TV, and that's the guy who get all the credit. You know, that's the way it works. And Rasmus Dahlin, captain in Buffalo. They never win a game. You know who
you got to watch? Watch Jacob Slavin on the Carolina Hurricanes. I thought he was the best player for Team US. Just defends, great stick, breaks up 2-on-1s. Those are the guys. But it's like you said, yeah, I agree. That's what the kids want to score. They want to see it, and defending it's not sexy. It's not sexy like Wally likes.
So the good teams that Ottawa had over the last couple of 20 years, how was that built? Wasn't that built with Shara and Phillips and Mato and Volchenko and these guys? Isn't it?
Yeah, you're 100%.
Curtis Decision.
Yeah, Yorkie's in there too.
No, you were a power play specialist. You were the guy who wanted to be on camera.
No, I had to change my game because I couldn't have played in the league because I wasn't good enough to be a first power play guy, so I had to learn how to defend.
You are tied for the franchise record in shots on goal in a game.
Yeah, listen, shooting the puck on the net is not hard. I'm surprised that so many guys get their shots blocked. You just got to sniffle it through there from the point with a little wrist array. Harder shot.
Yorkie maybe have the best record in dips in Ottawa Senators history too. Wasn't it like that? Yeah, like triceps.
Triceps, it's triceps.
The triceps, like 34, maybe 34 every year when you come. And the test
56. I've got it right.
50. Okay.
56 dips.
Yeah.
And bench press too, 225, 25 times.
Yeah.
I did not have the VO2 record, my friend. That's you. You have the VO2 record. 76.
All right.
Crazy.
So Fabian Zetterlund, you put him up in the good line.
Score. Guaranteed. He's scoring. Give him a player and he's scoring guaranteed.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
All right.
You give him time. You don't get shit to him right away, no Yorkie. You give him some games and then he's going to score some goals.
Don't give shit to him right away. Give him some.
I say hi to him, Wally, when you meet him from me.
I will. I'll see him today.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for stopping by, Arvie. We appreciate it.
Arv, hey, listen, you said you were nervous. That was great. It was lots of fun. It was great having you on.
And then I get into it and I start to talk Swedish.
Well, Tack for coming on.
You're welcome. And it was fun. Fun to talk to you guys. I like you guys and I miss you. I miss Ottawa.
Yeah.
Arv, I got to go to the gym and work on the triceps right now.
Yeah, triceps. Triceps.
See you, pal. Appreciate it.
See you later.
See you, boys.
There goes Magnus Arvedson. The machine, the original machine, as we get set to see how Fabian Zetterlund will play tonight against the Detroit Red Wings here in Ottawa, and then tomorrow in Philadelphia, back-to-back.
It's going to be great. I'm boots on the ground tonight, Wally. I am going to be in the building. Back-to-back games. I went to the Rangers game, which was fantastic. Still have to talk about that today. And tonight, the building, the energy in the building, you can tell now, Wally, is now up a few decibels. It's a really
palpable,
good,
as they like to say.
Yeah, it's you can feel the buzz in there. It's fantastic.
All right, before we get to the game, let's take care of some stuff. You're gonna have Tim's today. Do you have a Tim's script ready?
Oh yeah, Timmy Hortons and yeah. Oh, okay. Before we get to Tim's though, Wally, what did you do? Like, what did the Tim Hortons Cup do to you? Why you acted in such an aggressive manner? Like, you basically ate a Tim Hortons Cup for lunch. Like, it's got to be a more civil way to roll up the rim than this, isn't it?
So, here's what I'm very confused by this, because I just use my teeth to roll up the cup. Like, I think most people I've ever known do. I've seen a few people use their thumbs, but not many. And then I post this, and then I get yelled at for. Do people not use their teeth to roll up the rim? I don't understand.
Do you have like, I don't know, like Doberman teeth or something? It's like you tried to eat the cup.
No, I actually one time I did a dental commercial for the Nova Scotia Dental. So I have great teeth. I just use my teeth. I don't know why people got so excited about this.
What did the best tweet? I forget who said it is. Wally, what did that cup ever do to you? What did it ever do to you to treat it so harshly?
See, yeah. Susie uses her teeth. You're not alone. Norik, I use my teeth. Ryan's push your thumbs up. It's a teeth thing for me. I don't know what. I've always done this. Oh, anyway, I won a coffee.
Yeah, congrats. You finally won. You finally won one.
It's a big day for me.
It's a big deal. And so, anyways, let's thank Tim's. And as we just said, the contest is back. Roll up to win. And that means you can win millions, even a cup of coffee like Wally just won with the swipe of a thumb, or you can destroy the cup like Wally does. Imagine turning your routine Tim's run into an unforgettable vacation with sell-off vacations, or get $1,000 Rakuten cash prize, or an all-new, all-electric 2025 Volkswagen ID Buzz. Even the simple joy of winning a free coffee or donut can make anyone's day, but you only have till March 23rd. Time's ticking, so open up that Tim's app and get rolling. This is our game, Canada, so don't let this chance at millions of amazing prizes pass you by. Play Roll Up to win on the Tim's app today.
And of course, golf season. Although we had more snow last night, gosh,
it's gonna melt. It's gonna melt though, Wally. It's gonna melt.
I would like it all to melt. This show presented to you by Club EG. Club EG is your best bet for amazing golf this season in and around Ottawa. One membership with Club EG gets you access to 60 amazing courses. You can check them out online, all at member-only rates. Check out the golf courses like the Marshes or Equinel, the Sorcier, Mountain Creek, Hammond. Tons of courses in there, fantastic ones. We're actually going to give away foursomes here for a while. Plenty of different packages to suit you. They're also the same guys that run like the Ottawa Sun Scramble, Ottawa Citizen Golf Championship. How about the Commissioners Open, the PGA Tour event at Eagle Creek? Tons of golf leagues. They do a lot of great stuff around the city. Just give them a shout. Look them up. clubeg.golf. All right, Yorkie, before we get to today's game, let's have a little recap of that big.
Yeah.
Is it a statement game, the New York Ranger game? A comeback win, overtime. Dylan Cousins looked great.
I think it was just I think it was a statement game to the fans saying we're in this and we are going to take you guys on a ride for the next 20 so games. That game was crazy, Wally. Like it started off with the Rangers, Ottawa, and I tweeted this out, could have been up 3-0 after that first period. Instead, a little bit of a soft goal to start it off, and you never want to start that way off. Another one that kind of crept through Allmark and man, the whole building. You could just literally feel at the CTC like the air coming out of a balloon, and it was. But this is what I loved about that game. Ottawa stuck with it, and they needed a couple greasy goals because Shesterkin was playing out of his mind, and they as always, like he was incredible. He was incredible, but they started going to the net, and it was Dylan Cousins. I love how this kid plays. It's only one game, but you can see he had 9 hits, Wally.
Yeah.
And the thing when your centerman plays that way too, do you know who was number 2 in hits that game against the Rangers?
Batherson had 7.
Drake Batherson had 7. So you've got now a line. People forget how big Drake is. Drake is 6'3". Cousins is 6'3". You got those two guys now finishing hits. Plus you got Batherson's skill. And I thought David Perron had another excellent game. Man, he's picked up his game. He just looks so comfortable out there. So much good. Ridley Gregg, another great game. And then Timmy Stützle, Wally, maybe his best game of the year. And that's
Which
saying
is
something.
stupid because
It's stupid because he's been out of his mind. But the little edge work plays he was doing in confined areas, creating time and space, creating something out of nothing. He was watching Timmy live when he's on like that is magical. Like he was so good in that game. Shabbat, like just everybody. I think everybody had a part in that win, which you need this time of year. So to your point, was it a statement game? Yeah, I think it was, and it was a great comeback. They got it done in overtime. And then you reset because here you go again. You got another team that's nipping at your heels in Detroit. It's man, the games. It's like we said this. It's been so long since you've gone to games in March, and there's something on the line. Like you can just tell the players are just dialed in right now. I
just happened to look March 10th last year, Ottawa 14th in the conference, like 14 points out of a playoff spot, like over, right?
Yeah. What do you think of Cousins?
We all knew what he roughly was before he got here, right? We knew he big, strong, plays a little bit heavier game. So, and he wanted to hit everything. What, did he have 5 hits in the first period? He just wanted to have an impact right away, right? I like his game. I've always liked that style. They needed a big, strong guy up the middle of the ice, and they got him. And if they can put Fabian Zetterlund on that line, which I'm hoping they do. We'll find out at 10:30 when they do lines. That's a heavy line to play against with a lot of skill. I'd be excited to see it if they do it. I don't
think you're taking. I don't know. It's tough because
I know David Perron's played well, but originally Perron was supposed to play with.
Yes. And remember when we had Dave on the show earlier on in the year, he was jacked up to play with Pinto and Amadio.
The app line. That's right.
So David Perron's a pro. If they go with this lineup, he's going to, and even though he's playing great on that second line, he's going to have no issue with this. He's going to do whatever is best for the team. And this very well could be what's best for the team. So it'll be interesting. Lots of options. That's never a bad thing this time of year.
No, I can see Perron staying there. And maybe Zetterlund moves down. I think for a guy that's got his kind of goal scoring ability, he needs to play up there.
The only thing though, like Ridley Gregg is playing so well right now.
Yes, I agree.
You can't have him on your fourth line. Like he's too...
but you can. Like that means you got a really good hockey team. You can have
I want
fourth line.
I'll just tell you why. Like the ice is shrinking now. It's getting smaller. It's getting every inch you battle for out there right now. Here's the thing when you're a defenseman, and I always look at the game through a defenseman's lenses, because anytime you game plan for a team and you have your meeting before the game, the coach says to you, we got to make it hard on their D. Every single coach I've played for in the NHL, in the minors, says the exact same thing. We need to make it hard on the other team's D. So I want guys on the ice more often that are going to make it hard on the other team's D. Ridley Gregg does that. He finishes, he's in there, he plays on the outside. So Zetterlund, and I haven't watched him a lot, but I've just seen his stats and his numbers and some highlights. I saw all the goals, but I also know that he finishes a lot of hits. And that is really, really important, because that's the Senators' identity. It's not just Brady. That's why they got Cousins, to play physical, to play inside the dots. So I think it's going to be in-game adjustments, Wally. I think Green will start with a lineup, and he will adjust accordingly of who's going and who's not.
Well, one thing, and I think it was Nick Cousins early on in the show who said he really liked the way that Travis Green, who doesn't always play the fourth line, but will give guys shifts throughout the lineup. And I think you'll start maybe see that, right? Where Ridley Gregg gets bumped up for a shift or two. I'm not saying he's on the fourth line. I'm just, whoever is down there gets moved around. But I'm okay with Ridley Gregg on my fourth line, because that means you've got some really good players ahead of him.
Yeah. The other thing too, if you put Zetterlund with Gaudette's a shooter. He's not really a setup guy. So you got your center as a shooter. Although I thought Gaudette was pretty good last game. Won that key draw that led to Ottawa's first goal. So he did some good things. He's never going to be a physical guy, Gaudette, but he's doing his best to finish his hits and to play the way you need to play this time of year. So yeah, I could see that. Guys moving up, like, hey, Ridley Gregg, you're jumping up to this line, this one, or Zetterlund, you're playing here. I think it'll be a lot of situational matchups and putting guys, but coaches know right away in a game after a couple shifts who's going and who's not, and I think Travis has a really good eye for that.
By the way, we did see Travis Hamonic go down, which did not look very good. Which leads us to the always need to have D around. I was shocked that maybe Matt and Paolo was a healthy scratch. Maybe I shouldn't have been, as they went 11-7 on Saturday. But I would think, by the looks of things, his season might be done. You tell me.
You think?
The way he grabbed his knee, it got twisted behind the net.
He did that earlier in the year, and I remember it was behind the net. Same thing happened. And I thought, oh my God, he's done an MCL. And he wasn't out that long. So, yeah, the good thing is they have depth. So if in fact, but what did
and I know he was on the ice for the OT celebration, but that's different than skating around at a high level. Anyway, go on.
And also too, after you do something, whether it's your knee or something, there's a after the game thing that sets in. But it feels different after. But I was actually impressed with Gilbert. I thought he only played roughly 6 and change.
Yeah.
But you noticed him when I was at the game. I was in the alumni box, and I was sitting with Brad Brown. You know, Brownie, great guy, former captain, Minnesota Wild, and a physical, tough defenseman. Brownie and I were watching Gilbert. He's like, he was actually cheering. He's like, that's it, kid, finish your hit. Because Brownie gets into the game, right? And every time Gilbert was on the ice, he made it hard on the other team's forwards. He's smart because he's an older defenseman. Like he's not a kid. So he understands why he was brought in here. And that's to be physical, play with an edge. And he was noticeable in the very limited amount of ice he got in that game. I liked what he did out there.
Yeah, that's why I think he's going to be a great depth guy. And we'll see him occasionally here and there. Now we got to get to today's game, right? Because so in the standings, as we saw yesterday, did you see Columbus put the beat down on the Rangers yesterday? 7-4 final. They were tied 2-2.
Wally, I watched the game. The New York Rangers stunk. Like it was, and I've been pro Rangers for a while because of their goaltending, because of Shesterkin. I don't know now if Shesterkin's like, I'm watching JT Miller. He looks slow out there. DJ Zbad, always on the outside, never wants to go to the inside of the ice. Panarin's a great player, but they just, man, they don't look like it. The Rangers do not look like a team that's going to be a playoff team. Columbus was, man, they play hard, Wally. You know what I love on that You know what I love on that Columbus team? Olivier.
Yeah,
big nasty winger, like I toughest guy in the league as well. Like I haven't seen this guy lose a fight, but Columbus is. Yeah, I didn't.
I think
they
they're for real. I hear we say that 63 games into the season, but
yeah, I agree.
I don't think they're going anywhere.
They're going to make it tough for anybody to leap by them because they, as I like to say in golf terms, they play the game from the tips. They play from the back tees. They make it hard on you, and that's what you need.
Pretty good.
Rangers have guys that don't make it hard on you. They like a soft game, and that doesn't work this time of year.
No, and they keep flirting, right, and teasing you a little, like, "Oh, we're right there," but they're not. I don't think they are. Anyway, we'll find out.
I was also too. It was the New York broadcast, so I'm listening to Sam Rose, and Sam's unbelievable, and Micheletti. And when your broadcasters are saying it's been the same thing all year, giving up easy goals, playoff teams can't be doing this, and you could just feel like it just doesn't feel right in New York. So
no, they were booed off the ice.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Anyway, we won't get into the booing stuff. Let's get on to today's game. We got the dogs are anxiously awaiting. Gertie and I are not speaking at the moment. This
Why?
show brought to you.
What happened?
Well, we'll get to this. Coming in hot, proudly presented to you by our presenting show sponsor, Bet365. Open an account today with Bet365. Bet on a huge range of markets. So whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Where every nail-biting overtime win is a barn burner, every face-off, hat trick, power play, shot on goal, penalty shot, and every suspenseful minute in between is amazing. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary. Bet365, an official partner of the NHL. Download Bet365, the app today, and use code NATION to get in on the game. Must be 19 or older. Please play responsibly. Ontario only. Yorkie, today's game is going to be the Detroit Red Wings, who have lost 5 in a row facing Ottawa, who has points in 4 straight. Detroit's on a little bit of a struggle. The bet boost parlay today, Ottawa for the win. Take the over at 5.5 goals. And Tim Stützle to score a goal. Would you take that parlay? Is it a 6-goal game? Is it a 4-3 final?
Great question. Detroit's not going to give you a lot. Ottawa has success when they play tight. Man, I have a hard time seeing it going over, Wally. I do.
I'd just like to point out also, if I can, Ottawa 8-2 in their last 10 at home versus Detroit. In fact, they're 13-2-2 in the last 17 games, 4-0-1 in the last 5 games versus the Red Wings.
Ottawa's home record too is getting better and better. They're starting to have a little swagger at home now. Even getting like they're not afraid to. You get down in a game, you have the ability to come back. Came back. That was a fantastic comeback win. So, yeah, they've matched up well against Detroit. I think Ottawa's, and also too, you have to remember, like, what did Detroit do at the deadline? Like, they kind of stayed pat, right? They just didn't really do a lot. Ottawa sent a direct message to their players, and when your team does something like that, saying, you guys have put yourself in this position. Yeah. I'm going to make a couple moves to make us even better. That just sends a little bit of electricity into your room. Like, oh yeah, here we go. Like, organization's behind us, building's buzzing. Like Brady after last game, like he was fired up.
Okay, here's this Yorkie. Is it a letdown game? Is there a potential for this to be coming off the emotional high of Saturday with your buddy being traded, the overtime victory? All that climbing back into a playoff spot, if you will, or taking over the first wild card spot, whatever you want to call it, to now is a little bit of a letdown. Is there a letdown game? Is there potential for that?
0% chance. I'm starting the workhorse from Whitehorse to start the game off, and I'm saying win the face-off, get it deep, and go run somebody. You've got guys like Cousins who haven't been in this position since he's been in the NHL. You think he's going to have a letdown? And that's the beauty of making trades. Like, you've brought in a guy now is so jacked up to be here and wants nothing more than to prove the Buffalo Sabres wrong. And now he's playing in a game at home where his first experience was unbelievable. He got second star. So he's going to help. If there is any kind of letdown, that the energy from him is going to be great. And you got Zetterlund coming in the lineup. Like, guys, in an 82-game schedule, ramifications on the line, home field or home ice advantage, zero chance there's a letdown. Zero chance.
Okay. By the way, Zetterlund should be jacked too, right? Never played in the playoffs except in Utica.
He is.
He is literally jacked. All right, time now. Here's Charlie's choice.
All right, Charlie, it's another massive game for the Ottawa Senators. The Detroit Red Wings in town tonight. I'm going to be boots on the ground at the game. You're going to be at home enjoying it on Prime Monday Night Hockey. I know you love the nice colors on that broadcast. Alex DeBrincat, the cat. I know you're not a big fan of cats. He's back in town tonight. So, question of the day, who are you taking in tonight's mega important game? The Ottawa Senators or the Detroit Red Wings? Charlie?
She wants those treats. Oh,
Is once again taking the hometown Senators.
she hates cats. She does not like cats.
No,
There's a cat. You want to know why? There's a backstory to that. I have a cat lady that lives across the street. She's got like 5 cats. They're always outside. Really nice lady, but she's a cat lady. So there's a cat. It's a big outdoor cat, and it just props itself up on the porch. And every time Charlie and I come out, cat looks at Charlie and goes, just hisses at Charlie. For no reason, no reason. Just that. So the relationship is not there with cats. So
that's fair.
Does not like to bring cat.
You got to stick to it. Here's Gertie.
Okay, Gert. Time to go to work.
Not again. Come on, Wally.
Ottawa, who's got points in 4 straight, or Detroit, who's lost 5 straight. Gertie, you know how important this game is. Gertie!
Now she's trying to eat the camera.
She wants me to hide the evidence. I'm so disappointed in Gertie.
Loving the Red Wings, eh? Oh,
I don't. She thinks the slump has to end at some point, I guess. Here are the standings as we go into the dog bowl down the stretch.
Okay. I think Gertie had one of her first losses in a while last game, Wally. Jake doesn't have the dog bowl. He just sent it out. No updated standings.
Oh, I thought I sent it earlier today. My bad. I did update it. Well, so I can tell you. Let me get to it. Yorkie is 23-16. Charlie is 14-8, and Gertie has rebounded nicely for Team Wallace at 21-17.
Yeah. She got last game's wrong though. I think she took the Rangers. That's a rare miss for Gertie.
She took Washington. I don't think we did a Ranger game.
Oh, she took Washington.
Yeah.
No, we did a Ranger game, didn't we?
No, because it was on. Because I was away. Yeah, no, we didn't do a Ranger game.
We did our trade deadline show, and then
Yeah,
there was
but
the
I didn't
Ranger.
have Gertie. Gertie wasn't available because I was in.
Yeah,
I was in a hotel.
We didn't do it.
No. So that's why I'm a little disappointed in Gertie. And in fact, I did it twice just to see, and I flipped the logos over, and she still picked Detroit.
It's like she likes the color red, maybe. But there's red in the Senators emblems. That makes no sense.
I know. So I don't understand. Anyway, disappointed. So we will see that. I would like them to see Zetterlund on the second line. I just don't know if he steps right in. I mean, he averages 16 minutes a night.
Yeah. It's very situational with these trades, right? Like he was on a very bad San Jose team, not a lot of options, but it's like you bring a guy in that can shoot and score. So you always want to put a guy in a situation to succeed, especially when you just trade for him. So yeah, it'll be some tough decisions for Travis Green on who he starts. But like I said, it'll change as the game moves and flows. But I don't think he takes David Perron off that line to start. Because they had great chemistry last game. Like
I know.
Yeah,
I can hope.
Yeah,
he could 17. Isn't he got 16 goals, 17 goals? Can't he? Has he not done enough?
Yeah, yeah. And how about my boy Michael Amadio? Another big goal in that comeback win against the Rangers. He does so many undercover things out there, Amadio.
Mm-hmm.
He's just such a smart player. Now he's chipping in a little bit offensively as well, which is great to see. Because people, when they make these trades, they just, naturally, Amadio is going to go down to the fourth line because he does nothing good.
If he's not a 20-goal scorer, I don't know what he does.
He's terrible. He's terrible. He's one of the smartest guys on the ice if you watch him play. And he's played in, of all the guys on this team who've played in recently in really important games, has anybody on this Sens roster played in more important games in the last 2 or 3 years than Michael Amadio?
Yeah, because David Perron people would argue, but yeah, is it 3 years removed, 2 years removed from a cup final? 3 years.
2 years, 2 years removed, but like I'm talking very recent. Amadio's got big game experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
by the way, last 4 games, 8 different goal scorers.
Great to see. Depth. And they got more depth coming in tonight with the machine. As
Jacques Martin would say, depth.
We got good depth. No doubt. No doubt we got good depth, Wally.
All right. We'll I'm going to get to the rink. I got 29 minutes till they step on the ice. So I will see what's happening and where he's playing till tomorrow morning.
Tell Zetterlund you're talking to the original machine today. Get some video. I will see.
I will see what I can come up with. All right. See you back here tomorrow, 9 a.m. Everybody, take care. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to Coming In Hot. If you enjoyed the show, hit that like button and be sure to subscribe to never miss an episode.